take as much time as you want and just share what you feel God's given you, and we appreciate it. Again, this is back to come to church willing to share. Come to church willing to give, even if it's a drink of water. Come to church giving out, and whatever the Lord has given to you to share or do that. And Laura's going to share with us. Go ahead.
Most of you have known me since I was really young, and a few of you we've just met over the last coming years, but I've been on this journey the last 2 years that has taken me my whole life to progress to. But when I was in my early teenage years, I was really overweight, and for the teenage years and early adult years, I'd try to lose weight, and I'd do things on my own, and I'd struggle. I'd read magazines and get ideas from that, and I'd just try to think about how to change foods, and I'd pray about it, but I'd do okay for a while, and then I'd feel alone, because just feelings of loneliness came around, and like I was alone on the journey of trying to lose weight, and I always felt like food controlled me. So it'd take me a long time. I'd do okay for a while. I'd go to the gym, do exercises, I'd lose a little bit of weight, and then I'd give up. And this went on for years and years, and then October 2013, I was at my worst weight ever, 386 pounds. And I knew I needed to do something, but I was just so defeated. Just everything I had in me was just defeat. I didn't know how to lose weight, I didn't know what to do. I just knew I could try on my own again, but I always had it in my mind that I'd quit and fail. January 2014, I just decided to start again because I knew I needed to lose weight because it's not healthy being that overweight. And so I just started doing things on my own again. I was reading Prevention magazine and getting different ideas from there. And about 5 months' time, I lost 29 pounds. And then I gave up and started gaining a little bit of weight back. Everything changed January 1st, 2015. That day I took a nap, and I was woken up from the nap, and I heard Jesus actually speaking to me, saying, "Do you not realize you will never be alone, even in your weight loss journey? I will never leave you or forsake you." And when he did that, it's that just a huge burden lifted off of me. And so that burden was gone, but I had the other burden that I felt like food controlled me. And so that following Sunday at church, I came to church and I talked to Miss Karen, and she prayed for me, but she had asked me if I'd ever fasted. And I'd tried. I'd try in the past, and I'd feel halfway through the day, because I'd feel like I used to say the word starving all the time. It drove my parents crazy, because here I was overweight, and I'd say I'm starving. And that's not the truth. I was never starving. And so it's so I'd try fasting, and I'd give up and eat. And anyway, so she told me if I could do it one day, I would know that food did not control me. So I got home that night, and I seriously prayed, and I knew I was going to wake up Monday morning and just do it. So I didn't turn on the TV that day. I just spent the whole day with the Lord, and I drank some juices and stuff, but I made it through the whole day. And when I woke up the next morning, that fear, that doubt, it was gone. I knew for a fact food did not control me.
Amen.
So losing weight this time was different, just because of the fact that I prayed about everything I did. I knew that God was with me in the weight loss journey. So it's I prayed if I should take vitamins or shouldn't, and I felt like I was supposed to take certain vitamins. So I take a few vitamins each day, but I don't take any other medicines and stuff. I prayed about what foods I should and should not eat. And there's the first 5 months, cravings were just gone that I always had. So the first 5 months, when I started in 2015, I didn't crave pizza, which I always craved before. I didn't crave ice cream, which I'd always craved before. So those first 5 months, the weight loss was really easy, which has never been easy before. And I started going to the gym every single day. and just asking what exercises I should do, and I felt like I was supposed to make the elliptical my number one machine for a while. I started struggling again the end of 2015 because I stopped praying about things, and so I struggled for a little while, and I tried things on my own, and I stayed the same weight for a long time. And then Jesus got me the job at Lake Carroll Baptist Learning Center, and it came at the perfect timing because I had to walk 2 miles to get there and 2 miles to get home. That got me back on track. So it's like, here I was slowly getting off of track, and then he got me right back on track, and and I started losing weight again. And then January 1st this year, I stayed the same for a while, and just like nothing was working. I wasn't going up or down. And then around March, I gained a few pounds because I stopped praying and stuff about what I should do, and I just was doing things on my own. And then Jesus kind of gave me like why do I stop? Because when I'm working with him, he was just telling me, like, when I'm working with him, things work. And it's like, if I do things on my own, it doesn't. It fails. So I started asking him what I should do again, and then I've been in the last few months, I've already went down like all the weight that I had gained back, and I've went down farther. So I'm at my lowest weight now than I've been at the whole journey, and I'm at my lowest weight now than I've been since I was 14.
Amen. Praise God.
When I'm with, he's never left me or forsaken me. He will never leave me or forsake me in this journey or anything, but I have to make sure that I'm listening to what he wants me to do and don't go off on my own, because each time I do, I fail.
So how much is your total weight loss?
I've lost 119 pounds.
Amen.
Praise God.
Amen.
You look beautiful.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
You look marvelous.
Yes.
Well, I notice I can do things now that I couldn't do before, because when I was 16, I'd do like my sister, because I went up to and visited my sister. We did these trails in Oklahoma. I couldn't keep up with them, and there were some parts of the trails I couldn't do. They had to leave me behind, and I was 16 years old. Teenagers should be able to do stuff, and I couldn't because I was too overweight. Then my sister Elaine and I went to Hillsborough River State Park a few months ago, and me and her walked the park like long time. We did miles of walking. We walked fast. I went up and down the river banks. I would not have been able to do that 2 years ago. And there's things that I'm doing now I just couldn't do a couple of years ago. I went skating for the first time since I was 18. This many things. So he just keeps giving me one blessing after another.
Amen.
Thank you, Laura. I'm going to keep you here for a moment in case somebody else has a question. Because what is really important to see here, when Jesus Christ sets you free, you're free indeed. So it's like, well, I don't want to be a slave to Jesus Christ because that makes me a slave and him a slave driver. That's not the way it is. She has more freedom today. Is that right?
Yes.
You're free to do more things today. And Jesus wanted her to be free and free indeed. And so, and a couple of things that she said several times was control. She felt like she wasn't in control. She felt like food was in control. Or she felt she had no control. And when she asked Jesus Christ to take control, and he began to show her and lead her, right, then he put her on this path. Isn't that right? And so, for Laura, a couple of weeks ago we had a great testimony, and Raylene shared with us, and how God has worked in her life, but that's Raylene's life, and God does one thing for one person, and God does, if Raven lost 119 pounds, she disappeared. So she doesn't need that. But does Raylene need something?
Yes.
Does she need to let Jesus Christ have control in her life? Yes, she does. Even at 12 years old. So that's why I wanted to make sure everyone heard this testimony. Anybody have a question here? Let's give the Lord a hand. Amen. Praise the Lord. Amen. Thank you.
Pastor, even last night, me and Nathan went to get a scoop of chocolate ice cream, scoop of vanilla ice cream, and I walked past